Right lads, Seriously Vlog here, and welcome to yet another episode of the Weekend Preview. If you haven't seen this before, it's generally where I go through all the games in the Premier League and Charlton. And Charlton, yep, that's the league now. It's generally where I go through all the games in Premier League and Charlton's game, give you my predictions, give you my thoughts, and just generally, preview it. So I guess I'll get into the predictions. But first we got Man City versus Arsenal. Obviously, Arsenal and Man City are both in fairly good form. Man City's home form this season has been incredible. I believe they've won every single game they've played at home, so it's going to be very hard to beat. And even with an Arsenal team that have been unstoppable this season, I'm going to have to predict a 2-1 win for Man City. Next game is Cardiff versus West Brom. Cardiff doing fairly well considering what everyone thought they'd be doing. West Brom doing distinctly average, and I just feel like it's going to be a 1-1 draw. Not much else to say about that game. Next game is Chelsea versus Crystal Palace. Obviously, Chelsea at home is one of the places that you could very, very rarely get a win, especially under Jose Mourinho. So I'm going to predict a 2-0 win for Chelsea. Palace started to pick up some form, but it's not the greatest place to go if you want to continue a good run of form. Next game is Everton versus Fulham. Everton getting a very good draw at Arsenal, been in very good form. Fulham have been playing at bad form, but they did get a win last week, which people consider getting back to form. But against Everton, I don't see them doing much, and I predict it to be a 3-1 for Everton. Next game is Newcastle versus Southampton. Sorry, my voice isn't great at the moment. That's why I'm trying to rush through these a bit. Newcastle versus Southampton. I'm going to predict a 2-2. Both like kind of unsuspected Champions League top 4 challengers. Don't think those two will be in the top 4 coming season, but they're definitely challenging at the moment. I think a 2-2 result is a fair result for both of them. Next game is West Ham versus Sunderland. Sunderland started to pick up a bit of form. West Ham been just that kind of tinkering along the whole season. For this game, I'm going to predict 2-1 win for Sunderland. Again, not much else to say. Next game is Hull versus Stoke City. For this game, I don't know why, I just think Hull going to get the win. Again, not much else to say. Next game is Aston Villa versus Man United. Man United started to pick up a bit of form. Wayne Rooney's in form and stuff like that. Wayne Rooney's been playing really, really well the last couple of games. But for some reason, I just feel like there's going to be an Aston Villa upset here. I feel like Aston Villa are going to win. I'm going to go ahead and say 3-2 to Aston Villa. Next game is Norwich versus Swansea City. Norwich have been very good this season. Swansea have been fairly disappointed, really. Not as good as people have been hoping. But I still think they're going to come away with the win against Norwich. I think it'll be 2-0 to Swansea. Next game is Spurs versus Liverpool. Spurs have been in fairly bad form considering the amount of signings they've made. Liverpool have been in very good form. So I'm going to go ahead and say 3-1 to Liverpool. Next game is the Charlton game, and we're facing Derby this weekend or today. Because can't see much going for this game, I can only see us losing, honestly. And I'm going to go ahead and say a 2-1 win for Derby. You know, we were 2-0 up against Yeovil, couldn't hold on to that. You know, it's just not good enough, really. We haven't been good enough for a long, long time. So let's hope we can get an upset here, but all I can see is Derby winning as it is. So that's the end of the video, guys. Please leave a like, comment, and subscribe. Again, I'm sorry for my voice, but there's not much I can do about that. Follow me on Twitter and all that, and I'll see you guys later. Cheers.